Customer platform, it's time to start the day. Discover all the value you already own. Don't let solutions slip away. Wake up, customer platform. The tools are at your hand. No need to sleep on capabilities that can help your business stand. The answer's right before your eyes. You just need to realize. Wake up, customer platform. And watch your business rise. Wake up, wake up. The platform's waiting for you. Wake up, wake up. See what your system can do.
Good morning, HubSpot Nation. It is time to wake up, customer platform, with your unofficial HubSpot Updates morning show, where we help you discover the platform value you already own. I'm Chris Carolan, joined by my co-host, Casey Hawkins. We are here every weekday morning to make sure you're not sleeping on HubSpot's true capabilities. If you're joining live, drop a hello in the comments and let us know what you're building in HubSpot today. 105 up. What happened, Casey? It's been one day since our last show, and we got to 0.
Yes.
And now July 10th, we have 105. Maybe this is just them helping with my original grievance, which was don't dare click over to this page accidentally, because you will lose all of the updates. Let's cross our fingers that that's what's happening here. How are you today?
I am good. Excited to see how many updates we actually have. Yesterday, I was worried we would keep having the volume of updates we've had until inbound, and so I think HubSpot said, no, we're going to do more.
Yes, but before we dive in, you got some exciting news. You're going to be on the Hug next week.
I am. I hope I can announce this publicly.
Well, we're doing it.
Chris did. Yeah. Next Tuesday's Admin Hug, 11 a.m. Eastern, 10 a.m. Central. It will be me. I am surprised, excited, having trouble explaining to my husband why I am excited. And we're going to be talking lead scoring.
Yay.
If you've been following me personally, you know I talk a lot about lead scoring, so you may not be surprised to hear that, but I'm excited to bring my lead scoring thoughts to the Admin Hug group.
Oh, that's awesome. Congratulations. It's a fun time. Good group of people always attending there. I know lead scoring will be a well-attended topic. And it's timely because the lead scoring tool set of old is sunsetting at the end of August.
Yes.
I mean, I think that's what legacy, I guess, is the right way I'm supposed to say it. Is that the word?
Yeah, legacy is the way you're supposed to say it.
Okay.
Tool set of old makes you sound like you're at a Renaissance festival. Like,
I mean, I could think of worse things, right? But you know, it's not a worse thing. Customer agent that can perform actions in your business systems. I remember being so excited about this when they first announced it at Spring Spotlight, where we actually had 35 updates that were brand new. This was one of them. What is it? Customer agent can now make API calls to your applications to perform simple tasks or give personalized answers to your customers by looking up their data.
Why does it matter? Over 50% of customer queries require support reps to perform a task in software applications such as resetting password or looking up order or billing information. Until now, customer agent had to hand over such queries to a human agent. This still feels like a huge deal.
Yeah. And just this example here, describe the action. Name, order status, description, help customers track the status and ETA of their order.
Mhm.
Trigger phrases, where is my order? Can you tell me the status of my order? When will my order arrive? I haven't received my order. Okay, if you're at this point and you're not using HubSpot to support this specific activity, whether it be self-service portal stuff that I love to talk about, or now a customer agent, I mean, even if your own team were to start using this somehow, I don't know if that's how it can work, but like the reduction in having to go to other systems, one, to find this information, and two, be the one to have to share that information, with the customer via email. Like, just stop. Like, you don't have to do that stuff anymore. What you do have to do now is helping your customers understand that they can now access this information, in easier ways. But this is why I spend so much time on the data model. If you don't connect these dots, even from a conceptual standpoint, that our data is over here and we need it over here sometimes, you will not even think to plug customer agent into that set of data, right? So this is a huge deal. Curious if this still applies. I don't think it does. It says Service Pro and Service Enterprise. But that's where when you start adding on like API calls and some ops things for that. Sometimes there's extras. So if anything, I would think maybe Ops Hub would be needed to support that. But
yeah,
if you're out there using this, let us know.
I'd love to see how someone's using it, how well it works and stuff, for sure.
Yeah. Very, very cool. I'm very excited about that. Ask Breeze action in workflows. I was getting more familiar with this yesterday and continue to be surprised at how far it's coming. What is it? A new workflow action called Ask Breeze allows HubSpot customers to leverage the power of AI within their automated processes.
Why does it matter? AI is transforming the way we work. It's helping us sort through mountains of unstructured and, how do you say that word? Whatever. Unstructured.
Obfuscated.
Obfuscated? Why do you do this to me, team? Interpret that data and then better action that data in our day-to-day processes. We've introduced several AI-powered features that help with workflow creation. But what about AI-powered actions within a workflow? The new Ask Breeze action introduces the ability to leverage AI to analyze, summarize, and categorize data inside a workflow. For example, building conditional branches based on unclear object attributes. Here's how it could work in an example where I'm trying to sort companies by industry, but I don't have that info saved as a property in my CRM. New companies are enrolled in a workflow with the objective of sorting them into specific lists based on industry. I use an Ask Breeze action to research each company's domain name and return an industry categorization. A subsequent action output branch sorts each company into the correct list based on the value returned from the AI query. You can also use this action to create hyper-personalized content to insert in automated marketing emails, Marketing Enterprise only.
Oh, this is beautiful. And the exact use case I was trying to figure out yesterday. Because that profoundly, we're getting a lot of interest from everybody in the ecosystem, like all types of stakeholders. But when it's an app partner versus a solutions partner versus HubSpot employee versus HubSpot end user versus a HubSpot, consultant versus a non-HubSpot agency and consult, like the message needs to be a little bit different, right? And even our approach to serving those audiences, however we can serve them, has to be different. And where I went first was, I know the prospecting agent, and like go research stuff and then tell you like exactly what the value prop is and who that audience is based on the domain name of the company record, right? And then I was like, well, maybe like Breeze can do something similar. It's already like one of the preloaded actions, right? To research a company. So not only is it just ask Breeze as an action, there's different specific actions that you can ask Breeze to do.
Action
And then
inception.
the output doesn't have to go into a property to use it, right? It's really, really powerful. Of course, we need to spend more time on engineering the prompt that gets the branches right. But an example I showed on a previous HubSpot helpline show was the how do you hear about us? Open text field works flawlessly with the right prompt to branch into referrals and social and all the things that you want to let people tell you about. But when you give them predefined options, you don't get like good data. It's just, it's a lot of fun and very, very powerful.
I think of your example of how you're using the branches that you showed on the helpline like daily. Like I haven't figured that out yet. Chris is far ahead of me in that. But on a daily basis, I think about like, if I can just figure it out.
Yeah, no, credit to Willem van Meel, who, when Ask Breeze Action first came out, he developed like a little mini site to start tracking all the use cases. And it was basically just copy paste from what he had shared and then figuring out how to like make it work within the workflow. Because the first time I did it, it like was awful. But knowing that it could be my fault just as well as Breeze's fault, I assumed it was my fault and then realized I wasn't telling it which data to use to make the distinction. And then once I did that, it was like 100% accurate, right? So taking unstructured data, creating structured data, and then supporting all the reporting and dashboarding and all the other things that we want to do once we have proper bucketing of, our audience in that case. So lots of opportunity here. You just have to remember, and I'm still in that case, do AI shows every day. I still have to remember, what if we just clicked on Breeze, like instead of just thinking that we have to set up everything. So many stories showing there right now. Number 3 today, sunsetting activity summaries on records. What is it? On July 18th, 2025, we're upgrading activity summaries to Breeze Record Summary, a more powerful AI feature that provides deeper insights about your HubSpot Smart CRM records.
Why does it matter? Activity summaries gave you a basic overviews of marketing, sales, and service activities. Breeze Record Summaries goes deeper with AI-powered insights that help you take action instead of just seeing what happened. You'll understand what it means for your next move. I was surprised when I first saw the headline, but I realized it's because it's kind of being replaced. It is being replaced. It's not kind of being replaced.
Yep. Upgrading. Very excited to see that, because again, like I'm happy that they're feels like they're doing this in the right way, just the right amount. And I know not everybody feels this way, like especially the people who have like this just set process for everything and don't ever look at different views to get your job done, which is not where I think the value of HubSpot is. But when you can be introduced in this way, where it's very hard to avoid the growing value of Breeze right now. And as I assume some of the upgrade here is it can see a lot more of the records now. Like it just has access to more data through associations, through unstructured data. And the summaries are going to be better. They're just going to be, flat out better and useful and relevant and just, I'm excited if you can't tell, Casey.
It's a big AI. I mean, we've only talked about AI. I mean, almost every update these days has AI a part of it. The first 3 here, though, have been AI forward.
Yep. So. Number 4, coming back to the basics. Validate and format phone number workflow action. What is it? You can now clean your phone numbers automatically and in bulk using a dedicated workflow action.
Why does it matter? Clean phone number data means better outreach, higher connection rates, and fewer frustrated sales reps. Stop manually managing data and start converting more leads. By setting up a workflow to automatically clean your phone numbers, you can ensure that phone numbers have a valid format, such as ES164 International Standard. You can also set up as a default country code to be appended to phone numbers that are missing it. Pair this workflow with the CRM phone number property validation rules to ensure that phone numbers enter the system in a valid format and clean up historical phone number data.
So many thoughts here. I'll just say I love the way that Dharmesh puts it when he says, what's the best time to call him? Email.
I don't know if I've said this on this show before, but recently my parents asked me, they were like, what is the best way to get up with you? They were like, they say millennials don't check their mail, don't look at their I think I even was saying, my personal email I don't check. My business email, obviously, I check. Anyone that's listening, I definitely always check my business email. But I basically said to my parents, I was like, you have to know me. That's the only way.
Just slide into my LinkedIn DMs.
Slide into my LinkedIn DMs.
Oh, Number 5 today, campaigns, API improvements, both 5 and 6. We've got scope enhancement and property deprecation, and we've got feature expansion and new endpoints. I'm going to do this one because it probably hits on both. What is it? Today, we're launching new functionalities to the campaign's public API that significantly expand its capabilities. Expanded asset type support for 11 additional asset types, including sequences, meeting events, playbooks, feedback surveys, and more. And that more is the rest of the customer lifecycle that has not always been bucketed in the marketing context. So literally, full lifecycle campaigns can happen and be managed in HubSpot now. It's a beautiful thing. You can also do campaign budget management, new endpoints for complete CRUD operations on campaign budgets, campaign spend management, new endpoints for comprehensive spend tracking and management, custom UTM property support, read and write capabilities for the HS_UTM property available to beta users, and business units data. Campaign GET responses now include business unit information. These updates provide greater flexibility and control for developers, enabling programmatic access to financial planning and content management that was previously only available in the HubSpot UI.
This matters because these enhancements significantly expand our API capabilities and address feedback about feature gaps between API and platform UI. The expanded asset type support closes a major functionality gap. The new budget and spend endpoints enable comprehensive campaign financial management programmatically. Custom UTM support addresses a highly requested feature for teams wanting more control over tracking parameters. And business unit data inclusion helps your team better organize and analyze campaign performance across brands.
Look at these. Look at this expanded asset type support. Sequence, meeting event, playbook, feedback survey, podcast episode, sales document, email, case study, knowledge article, call, web interactive. Full range, folks. Like when HubSpot means it will have all the data context available for AI, like they are serious. Any hub, any spot of HubSpot, they are doing the work to get all the data in one place. Really, really awesome to see. Now I get to hunt for new stuff. We talked about multiple dashboards in the sales workspace.
I don't think we talked about the next two, though.
Correct, right? So unsubscribe, feedback, survey, available on preference pages. What is it? You can now trigger an unsubscribe survey on the preference page to collect feedback about why a contact is unsubscribing from all emails and view this feedback for more insights about your marketing email strategy. Turn every unsubscribe into a learning opportunity without adding friction to the unsubscribe process.
Why does this matter? Automatically collect feedback when a contact unsubscribes from all emails, giving marketers actionable insights to reduce churn and improve content relevance. You've probably seen this when you've unsubscribed. Sometimes it asks you why. So it looks like now we're going to be able to do that in HubSpot. How do you feel about this, Chris?
I mean, if you can get creating the space for people to tell you, I think is a net positive. How many will tell you when they're in unsubscribe mode? I'm not sure.
I would expect little feedback, and what feedback you'll get is going to be extremely negative because these are already people like unsubscribing.
Yeah.
So
this is where like there will be niches within SaaS where if your target audience is marketers trying to do the exact same thing you're doing, you might get some really great feedback because we're the ones that fill out all the open text fields and like try to give you all the information. Just know that you better act on it. Like if you collect it, it gets to be noisy real quick. Automated scheduling for backups has been around for a few months in beta, I think. Looks like it's being released. What is it? You can now schedule a CRM data backup to automatically initiate every week or every other week. You can select the day of the week that works best for your organization.
Why does it matter? Data backups provide your organization with a safety net by allowing quick restoration in bulk. Having this automated means that you'll always have an active, restorable snapshot of data without needing to stress about it.
And I'm wondering who's going to choose every other week when every week
is an option.
Available. Because really, any of this checking and backup, let's say if there was a cost, and this comes from my material science background when I first started learning about how often do you check the data to confirm that everything's working fine. And it's basically as long as like how much data are you willing to like scrap or throw away? Like how long are you willing to go before you realize that everything you did after this point is not valuable because something was wrong with the system and a bunch of bad data was created. right? So, but yeah, not sure if you're one of those who thinks you'd pick every other week over every week. I would love to hear from you. But you need enterprise customer platform to access that. And let's just go into this. We're already in the all, so I'm just gonna click one more page to see. We've got mentioned SEPA direct debit yesterday, but there's updated. Are they okay? All these new tags that did not exist before. Okay. Looks like, yeah, I think we're up to date. Obviously, this method won't work for when they like kind of hack the system and it says last updated like a month ago, but it's the first time we're seeing it. But we'll do our best to keep up, and I'll get back down to 0 after the show and see what's up. So remember, folks, you probably already own the solution you're looking for in HubSpot. And it's very likely customer agent right now doing all the things based on the context you give it. Sometimes you just need to wake up to it. Join us tomorrow morning live at 7:30 a.m. Central, or catch us anytime on Spotify and Apple Music. Drop your biggest takeaway in the comments and let us know what capabilities you want to wake up to next. Until tomorrow, I'm Chris Carolan.
I'm Casey Hawkins.
And this has been Wake Up Customer Platform. Now go build something amazing. Have a great day, everybody.
Customer platform, it's time to start the day. Discover all the value you already own. Don't let solutions slip away. Wake up, customer platform. The tools are at your hand. No need to sleep on capabilities that can help your business stand. The answer's right before your eyes. You just need to realize. Wake up, customer platform, and watch your business rise.